Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about the new Spider-Man leak trailer and What If, and also Shang Chi, because it's just been a mess for the MCU. To be honest, it is just not working at this point with the lawsuit with Scarlett Johansson, and then the whole Shang Chi nonsense controversy. Then you have the Eternals that looks like a snooze fest, and Spider-Man's leaked trailer that just dropped recently, like last night. I don't know what to say. The MC, and then What If? MCU, I think it just lost its steam, and it is okay. It's like they still trying to hold on and be like, no, Marvel is amazing. No, let's be honest with ourselves. A lot of the stuff that's coming out after Endgame has been dog shit. There are plot holes. These characters aren't very heroic. It is just nonsense. Like, let's really talk about the nonsense coming from the MCU. Loki, boring as hell. You have a villain that got taken before he had his whole arc of having the whole anti-hero redemption crap, right? So this Loki should be evil, vindictive Loki, but instead it's pussy bitch Loki, where he gets beat up or outsmarted by a female version of himself called Sylvia. Like, really? Then of course, he's supposed to be the main character, yet he's playing second fiddle in his own series compared to the female character. Come on now. I don't know what the hell damn tell y'all. That ain't a goddamn good series. If a show's about a villain, I expect the villain to be the main character, or I expect him to do villainous things. Loki is the trickster, the Norse trickster god of mischief. And you mean tell me that's it? That's it. Y'all can't do nothing else besides, set up the multiverse of madness? Okay, sure, fine, whatever. Let's go to the next series. Let's go to the next bull crap from Marvel. We have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was probably the least enjoyable one. I mean, it was actually, I prefer that one out of all the MCU shows that I've seen so far. You have these storylines that should have involved Captain America, but instead you rushed the story. You rushed Captain America's story when it wasn't there yet, and you're trying to throw in Falcon and Bucky into it without giving a real cause for Steve, because Steve should be there. And then you race swapped Flag Smasher and make her this red-headed girl who, we're not terrorists or whatever, but yet you are terrorists because you blew up buildings full of people in them. You're not terrorists though. Well, we just wanted to show an example and stuff like that. And then you got Falcon Cap over here trying to tell everybody we need to be better. You need to do better and stuff like that. No, you need to give me a goddamn break. That's what the hell y'all damn need to do with this bullshit of politics. And then you destroy Sharon Carter because you guys didn't know what to do with her, because you rushed Captain America's story in Endgame. And now we're sitting up here like, now she's the broker, which makes no damn logical sense, because it's the same storyline that the actress done in Revenge. So if you guys were watching ABC's Revenge, Emily Blunt is playing not Emily Blunt, but Emily. She's playing literally the same damn thing. The country went against her. People that was her friends went against her, and now she wants revenge for it. Okay, I guess so, because that's what I want to see Sharon Carter's, Captain America's primary love interest in. Let me see her as some kind of evil person, or a person that's doing whatever just because. And of course, Falcon and Bucky didn't defeat her, didn't defeat Flag Smasher or anything. So I don't even know what to say. Not Black Widow, WandaVision. It started off strong, but halfway through the series, you start seeing cracks, especially when we get to the Halloween episode, and we realize that Wanda been holding these people hostages for this whole time. But yet she's supposed to be a hero? Come on now. Jesus, make this make sense. Make it make sense, because it don't make no sense. We're sitting up here rooting for Wanda, and she's doing terrible things because Vision died. So you hold a city hostage, and then people want to be like, oh, she's such a strong, independent woman and all that kind of stuff. No, baby, you ain't strong. You ain't independent. You is crazy. That's what the hell you is. I just don't understand what's going on right now with Marvel, and it just confuses the hell out of me, to be honest, when we're sitting up here thinking about all the stuff that's going on with, Marvel. So tell me, Marvel, you tell me, what am I supposed to do with this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Then you have Black Widow, the remnants of Phase 3 that should have been there a long time ago, and you screwed that up, and now you got your lead actress suing you guys because of reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, why are we defending these choices that Marvel keep making? Marvel talks about how much they love women, they support women and everything or whatever, but when it came to Black Widow, there were a lot of issues going on, and the movie should have came out years ago, way before Black Widow died in Endgame. Then you had the whole lies with Taskmaster. You talking about, oh, it's a female character, it's a female Taskmaster. She's way better than the male character. Way better than the male character, even though the lead, Andy Lester, was the lead stunt performer. So he did 99.9% of the work in the movie. Come on now. It's crazy. It is crazy. Then we get to Shang Chi. Then you have the actor who, just getting really sensitive about every little thing that everybody says. Like, damn it, boy. Can you stop? Calm down. Now he's over here bragging about how he's the first Asian American hero to show great Asian representation. And it's just like, are you kidding me? So we're not going to talk about Jackie Chan. We're not going to talk about Donnie Yen. We're not going to talk about Bruce Lee. We're not going to talk about Jet Li. We're not going to talk about Mei Fong. We're not going to talk about I'm not even going to pronounce her name because I know I'm going to screw it up, but we're not going to talk about all those legendary martial arts movies that we've had for years. They were big budget movies too. They were filmed in China, and some of it was filmed in the United States, and they brought them over here for us to watch. And sometimes they were in English, and sometimes they dubbed it over, and they were big, huge hits. I don't know what to tell you, because I was growing up, there was a whole bunch of martial arts movies. So what are you talking about, this great Asian representation that it's never been there before? Yes, it has. It's the same crap with this whole black stuff that's going on with Black Lives Matter, where they try to be like, oh, black people only existed until now. Diversity didn't exist only until 2016, and just like, no, it's been around forever. Where have you guys been at? It's getting damn near annoying at this point to hear dumb stuff like this. Marvel barely puts any time and effort into Shang-Chi. China already said hell no to the movie. So I don't even know. The CCP was just like, we're not even about to deal with Shang-Chi because it is such an Asian stereotype. So, and I can't blame them. There are so many better Asian themed movies. Like, oh, we got the first ever Asian hero on the big screen, and it's just like, yeah, in Marvel Comics, but there are plenty of Asian heroes beforehand. I don't need this forced representation or this false representation, to let people know, like, oh, here you go. Here's some representation that nobody asked for. It's kind of crazy how things go right now. So, what do we do here with this situation? What are we supposed to do? You have Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, and of course, there's already reviews talking about how amazing it is, how amazing this movie is already. Can anybody criticize the Marvel movies, please? And I'm talking about critics. Can you really criticize the movie and really give it a real review? I don't trust these reviews. They don't make no sense. Oh, it's 93% fresh. Really? And anytime anybody has any negative comments to say, y'all want to lock the comments behind the door and all that kind of stuff because of reasons. It's crazy. It just doesn't make any logical sense. And you took an Iron Man villain, and now you're putting it in Shang Chi's movie instead of where it should have been in Iron Man 4 or Iron Man 3, like we should have got originally. Before y'all start getting all, oh, we didn't want to offend Asian people or whatever and stuff like that. I mean, China. I mean, at this point, who the hell cares about what China want? This is about what Americans want. If they don't want to watch it, that's on them. But you shouldn't make changes to, well, we don't want to offend people or whatever. Guess what? People are going to be offended regardless. So you might as well go for it. Go for it. Is they paying your bills? Were they going to allow the movie in there anyway? No. Clearly, you did all of this for no reason. You made a movie that's focusing on Asian people, and the massive continent of China said hell no in a body bag. So you made this movie for who? Because you obviously didn't make it for the comic book fans. But anyway, I mean, Marvel don't care. I don't care. People really don't care because they moved on to the next one. Now we got them pushing the Eternals, Jack Kirby's legendary, works of art. Again, I already told you guys, Eternals wasn't the biggest fan when I read the book. Oh boy, it is what it is. I respect it because it's something that Jack Kirby did, and Marvel hasn't been respecting Jack Kirby for a long time. But to sit up there and take something like what Jack Kirby did and sit up there and race swap and gender swap those characters out is disrespectful. I don't care what the reasoning is. I don't want to hear the excuses. You disrespected Jack Kirby. You disrespected the comic book fans when you do that. There is nothing good about, oh, let's race swap the characters, let's gender bend the characters, and then let's completely devoid of life. And then come up with some convoluted reasoning on why the Eternals wasn't able to do anything until now. Because of reasons. So you're pushing ahead with this Eternal trailer that you want people to get excited about. But literally, the MCU Phase 4 has been a royal flop, to be honest. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm not hearing good things. I'm hearing more bad things than anything. Black Widow, lackluster, and a little too late. Shang Chi, you got an Asian actor trying to pretend like Asian people ain't never existed. You got Aquafina ass trying to be like, oh, I don't talk in accents or whatever, even though she's been black coded. China saying hell no because it's offensive, and we already have our own martial arts movies if we want to watch it. Okay, cool. On to the next one then. Eternals. It looks boring and gray. That's about it. That's literally it from, I'm not hearing anything about it. And that final trailer, I was just like, okay, it's still boring. There is nothing interesting about this that makes me want to watch it at all. And then, now to the last thing. The Spider-Man leak trailer that Marvel has no choice. Marvel and Sony has no choice but to release that trailer because people done seen it now. And it looks like the rumors about the whole Spider-Verse thing is kind of true. So, I mean, we're about to get like a knockoff version of the Spider-Verse, which I guess they'll give them good opportunity to remove Tom Holland if he needs to go to the Sony movies. And he can travel back and forth between the dimensions, I guess. I don't know how they're going to do it. I really don't care. I saw the trailer. It looks like they're trying to give Spider-Man consequences for his actions, but at the same time, it was kind of stupid to even pull that whole, oh, Peter Parker is Spider-Man and stuff like that. Like, come on, calm the hell on. Like, really, Kevin, y'all decided that y'all gonna pick one of the most divisive moments in Marvel comic book history, where Peter Parker gave up his secret identity in Civil War that nobody asked for, that had massive repercussions and backlash for everything. But okay, all right. So what was the whole point of the villains keeping the secret then? What was the point of the villains keeping the secret then? If Mysterio was going to reveal it, even though Mysterio shouldn't even have known it was Peter Parker. And that's another thing. Y'all got too many of these villains knowing who the hell the heroes are in real life, which we already know that's not true. We already know that's not true. So I'm confused on how the hell this works. I mean, it looks like we're about to get the MCU Spider-Verse. That's going to lead into the multiverse of madness with Doctor Strange. Because Doctor Strange is in there, and Peter does ask him to do a spell to try to get people to remove him from, remove everybody's memories of his identity as Spider-Man, which seems like it splits a different divergence of time and space. And now Peter got to figure out what's going on and figure out what he wants while dealing with the cracks of space and time in his movie. Because that's so Spider-Man. That is so Spider-Man. I mean, god damn it, we ain't had Spider-Man since Amazing Spider-Man 2. And I will constantly keep saying this. The MCU Spider-Man is not Spider-Man. Oh, wait. There is one more thing, too, that I wanted to talk about before I even finish up this video. Black Panther sequel news. Riri Williams is going to be part of the Black Panther sequel movie that I have no interest in watching because I don't care about Riri Williams' ass. I think she's a terrible character. And, of course, it's another female character being brought into a movie to try to be like, oh, look how important she is when she's really not. If you really needed a kiss ass to Iron Man's ass, you should have used Riri Williams, since y'all created her specifically for that reason, instead of doing that with Spider-Man. Why even do that to Spider-Man? It should have been Riri Williams then, if that's the case. Who looked up to Iron Man and everything? Riri Williams. Not Peter Parker, but okay, sure, whatever. Now you're putting her in a movie that she shouldn't be in, just like American Chavez ass shouldn't be in Multiverse of Madness, and just like Kamala Khan shouldn't be in the Marvels. You guys are putting characters in the movie like Ripper said, line skipping. You got characters that are line skipping, and I understand you got to try to get some characters, but you are literally skipping some great characters just to try to push some kind of diversity, inclusion bullcrap that I just don't care about anymore. I want to see good movies. Have you guys went back and watched old classic MCU movies like before Phase 3? Like, damn, these movies were freaking incredible. And they felt like comic book movies. They felt like they were giving the fans service. They weren't thinking about, oh, we need to do diversity, inclusion, and all that kind of stuff. No, they were looking at, here's the characters, we're going to take them from page to screen, and we're going to try to portray them as accurately as possible with a little few tweaks here and there. Wow, like, go back and watch the old Iron Man movies. Even though, Iron Man 2, I mean, and Iron Man 3, well, no, don't even look at Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 was garbage any goddamn way. But Iron Man 2, look at that Black Widow fight. We haven't seen Black Widow fight like that since forever. We really haven't. We haven't seen Black Widow fight like that forever. And being a sexy vixen while doing it at the same time, yes. Like, come on now, watch Captain America Winter Soldier. Oh, Now that's a Captain America movie, and we should have gotten another Captain America movie. But no, Kevin Feige and them saw what DC was trying to do with the DCEU and was like, hey, let's do Civil War instead for Captain America's third movie. What the fuck? But anyway, I'm just rambling along about the whole Marvel nonsense. It's just not that damn interesting. But hey, it is what it is. If you guys watch it, that's fine. But I really feel like this is the make it or break it for the MCU. But Phase 4 of the MCU really has not been impressing me at all. Oh, wait. Before I even end, I forgot. What If? Because people were complaining about the What If thing with Captain Carter, which I thought was stupid too, because why do Captain America the First Avengers with Peggy Carter as a super soldier? You didn't need to do that. You really didn't need to do that, to be honest, because Peggy is such a powerful woman without the shield that I just felt like y'all just did that just because. And then people proved that it's literally a female head on a male's body. Oh, so we're pulling the Taskmaster bull crap all over again. And then, of course, you had T'Challa as Star-Lord, and there were so many plot holes in that one, and he was a Gary Stu. Everything worked out for him in the end, and it just was like, that's what you give T'Challa? I mean, that's the last thing Chadwick Boseman did? Some what-if nonsense? Oh, man. I am so sorry, Chadwick, that's the last thing that they gave. They was trying to honor you, I guess, but instead, all he did was make him a Gary Stu. Like, at this point, it just seems like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if certain characters were other characters because reasons, instead of actually what ifs? Like, pick up what if comic books, guys. Really pick up what if comic books. And I'm trying to tell you, the what if comic books were way better than what Marvel's trying to do. It's already bad enough they have this cheap animation ploy, and it just feels like they got halfway lazy. I could have probably came up with better, and to find out that the writers and stuff trying to justify their changes that they do to the MCU, every time they get caught, they be like, oh, well, see, this and that and this and that and this and that. And you're just like, yeah, because you dummies didn't have an idea. You guys don't care about the comic books. You didn't read anything. You just did what you did, and now you're getting called out on it, and you want to try to make excuses and then try to get mad that you're getting criticism for it. But you're at fault. That's on you. That is on you. All these writers that's been writing for Marvel these past couple of years have literally no writing credits, barely know anything about the Marvel characters at all, and shown that they don't have any work done. But whatever. Marvel wants to do this, that's on them. Like I said, the MCU Phase 4 just isn't my cup of tea. But it is what it is. We'll see. Hopefully Spider-Man No Way Home trailer will do something for me. We'll see. But other than that, I don't have any faith in the MCU anymore. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.